And we're now at part 2. This is for the women who are in a very difficult marriage. They want to get out. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to get a divorce, and yet they want one. And they're afraid to make the commitment because they don't want to hurt the other. Well, I'm going to address that issue for the next 10 minutes because that's how many minutes YouTube allows me. First of all, I think women are absolutely beautiful, precious creatures in the sight of God. I don't think there's any reason that you ladies ever should have been abused or hurt for any reason. I mean, your men should consider it a very high privilege to have you in their lives, and should have you literally on a pedestal for the world to see what a beautiful creature you are. And all wives in this world are absolutely beautiful. It doesn't matter what their past is like. You might say, well, I'm not that popular. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And ladies, I have more sympathy right now for your situation with your husband. If it's bad, if it's grim, whatever. If he is treating you with the utmost disrespect, there is no reason you need to be with that person. I've had this thought in my mind that actually it's a vision. And it's a vision of lady, guy. Guy has dominance and total control over what a wife can do and what a wife cannot do. And ladies, I want you to know that if your husband, for whatever reason, is doing something that wants you to do something that may be against your will, against your religion, against your everything you stand for, well, you are not bound to be with that person. You deserve someone much better. Let me say that again. You deserve someone much better. Or, you know what? It is better to be by yourself than to try to be with someone that's going to ruin your life. I mean, you guys, ladies, you are absolutely incredible treasures. And I think that women have an intuitive sense of nature, whether they realize it or not. And what you really want is for someone that's going to want to genuinely work to get to know you. If you're marrying someone because all he's going to do is have sex with you and that's it, well, I'm sorry, but from my experience, there is no meaning behind that. If you're just there because you want to pleasure a guy, I'm sorry, but that very form of thinking has been a root that has led to all kinds of problems. And here's one, and this is very typical. A guy doesn't make up his mind what he wants. That naturally is going to frustrate you ladies, and I understand this because I actually sometimes have done that, and I'm very guilty of it. You ask that your guy, why does he want to have sex? If he says anything like, well, it makes me feel good, I love sex, don't agree with him. I would say do not agree with him because, in a real nutshell, you're married, it's a special institution that's supposed to honor God and give you the love to share with the rest of the world. And that's if you're a Christian, that much the Bible says you should know. Now, if you're not an unbeliever, if you're an unbeliever, that's okay. I don't expect you to get this principle, but the least you'd want to do is make sure that your husband is married to you for the right reasons, and it's not for anything sour at all. Let's see, what else can I share? But there's a lot of things that I feel towards women, and the general sense is, I think that a lot of marriages, especially with women, they're getting into it for the wrong reasons, and as a result, many women have their heart broken, have their heart shattered, they become vulnerable, and there's just and I don't blame you, ladies, for having a guard up for people that are like that. And maybe you're saying, you know what, I'm divorced now, I'm never going to get married again. But I would just say, you know what, that is okay, because there's a much better way of worrying about that issue. And if you pride yourself on thinking that you're never going to get married, I would encourage you to just give it up to Jesus Christ and let Him handle it. And if you're not a believer, I don't expect you to get that, but if you are a believer and you believe in Jesus, then you know that Jesus will take care of this very issue. I have a friend who's currently going through some current child custody battle. Part of it is involving her getting a divorce. There's a lot of details I can't get into, but it's messed her life up horribly. It's a prime example of how so many women out there have been treated poorly. And I am one to stand with you when I say that I am not someone that is going to ever hurt a lady, because, like I said at the very beginning of this message, you ladies are too precious to keep on getting hurt, to keep on being abused. And is there a way to get out of this? Yes, there is. You have the right to ask your man, why do you treat me so bad? The guy's going, oh, I don't know, I don't treat you bad. You want to fight for it. Fight for your rights as a woman. And if you're not a believer, you know, the very least that I think that I would encourage you to consider is this marriage worth it? For all the stuff he has done to you that has made you feel rotten and crummy and have lost all hope, I encourage you to really think this question out and ask yourself, is it worth it? Is being in this abusive marriage worth it?